Where were you born?
Long Island, Massapequa, New York.
Number 2, who would you want to play you in a movie?
Well, there'll be a long audition process. There'll be a getting to know you session. Who would be good to play me in a movie? Well, they have to have a really good body, back hair. Who would be good to play me in a movie? Good question. I have a lot of untapped potential. Somebody, big underachiever, doesn't sleep much. I'm just trying to think who would be perfect. Alec Baldwin's a little old and angry, so I don't think he's the wrong Baldwin to play me. Let me see, Seinfeld's not much of an actor. Kramer was too tall. Kevin James a little too heavy, too stocky. I wouldn't wrestle at that weight. Trying to give you a real answer.
Who do you think, Carrie?
I don't know. That's
Who are you going to
I've never
suggest
thought
here?
of this.
It's just a matter of
We're
time.
so used to seeing you as yourself on the screen.
Definitely not Gutfeld. He's too short and self-obsessed.
What if you just played yourself? Can you play yourself?
Steve Carell? His nose is a little big, and I feel like people. I think, yeah, that's prosthetics. I feel like he would still be Steve Carell, right? And I'd bring him in to audition him, but I can't promise him the part, and that'll be the problem. And then how could you turn down Steve Carell? And that would be the issue.
Try Brad Pitt, Leo. Some options.
No, I think there has been a little past that prime. I'm in my prime, and I just find them a little overwhelming. They're over actors.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah,
playing
you gotta be yourself.
No, need someone who can play the serious writer.
Can I get back to you on that?
Yeah, let's do that. What is your biggest fear?
Falling. Like, for example, we're on the 22nd floor? I'm convinced that I will fall to my death.
All right, I hope that doesn't.
Right, and but it happens a lot in my dreams. And they say if you hit the ground, that means you really did die. But I hit the ground and it hurts.
Oof.
Right?
I don't
but I
blame you for that
survived,
fear.
obviously.
What was your first job?
My first job was washing dishes at Olson's Inn. And I had to wait to be 13 to do it. And I knew right away, this is a terrible job. And I knew I didn't want to do it, but I could not believe I was getting paid to do something. Because I remember my first allowance, I got 20 cents a week. And it was, a lot of times there was no fulfillment. So I thought we had an agreement. Do I have to ask for the 20 cents? Not only am I not getting paid much, but truthfully I wasn't doing much. So, but why do I have to ask for it? And after a while I just let it go by. So to actually wash dishes and get paid for it with no uniform, I could pretty much wear whatever I wanted.
Nice.
But no shorts.
All right, sort of like now.
Right, yeah. No, I don't, good point. People say no shorts at work. Although, not that they're afraid of my thighs. I actually think thighs would help ratings, from my point.
Who makes you laugh the most?
That's, who makes me laugh the most? I think, the funniest comedian out there, who's the guy who does Hot Pockets?
I know who you mean, but I can't recall his name.
Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, Jim Gaffigan, yeah.
By far, to me, I've never seen him do stand-up or listen to him on Sirius and don't think this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Who makes me laugh the most? On television, the funniest show I thought was always The Odd Couple, back in the 60s. And the show that's consistently humorous, Seinfeld. The one that's the most overrated show in the history of television, Friends. Not funny, annoying, complaining. I get no reward out of seeing it. Also, I would say this. The show that I thought was the most complete series ever was Cheers. Because they made you laugh.
I like it.
And they made you care about the characters. Most of the people, like Seinfeld, went out of his way, says, we're not good people, we don't want you to like us. And I appreciated the honesty. But the rest of the people, I feel like, okay, you're telling me to laugh with a laugh track. Everything seems so forced. But when you see a show like that and MASH, I think MASH was unbelievable. Do you watch MASH?
No.
Have you watched MASH?
That's a little before my time, Brian.
Well, you don't have to watch it live. I'm just saying.
I think it plays on the USA Network.
Okay, there
I
you
think
go.
I see reruns.
It was
I'll tune in next time.
it was so quick. A lot of times things don't add up. Like I watch Caddyshack back, don't think it's funny. I watch Bull Durham, don't think it's good. I watch these movies back and go, I'm embarrassed that I like them. But when you watch MASH, you like your jaw drops. It's so quick and it's so good, and there's still a war. So to me, you got to care about the characters, even though it's a comedy.
Yeah. We are running out of our extended 2 minutes here, but let's get a few more questions in.
What is one thing you need to have in your fridge at all times?
My refrigerator constantly disappoints me. I always walk up, I go, I can't believe it's so full with nothing, right? And I can't believe I thought to myself after last night, I should save that. Because last night, like if you don't like it the night before and you couldn't finish it, it's usually not because you stopped being hungry. It's like I can't take it anymore. So that is interesting. My decisions on food are very rare. I will say, when I go in the refrigerator, I would hope to have Worcestershire because I would never know what aisle to get it in if I had to go buy it myself.
Well, you do know how to say it, so that's good.
Some
people struggle with that.
Really?
One.
Thank you.
What is your greatest accomplishment besides saying Worcestershire?
I'm still waiting. I think holding on to the job at Fox from 1997 till today. So, unless you know something.
I do not.
That'll be it. I'd say holding on.
I can tell you on camera.
Right, you would. Even on Facebook.
What is your middle name?
That's a little tough. That's Michael. And don't you think I made a bad decision on not using that in real life? Because Brian Michael Kilmeade kind of flows.
It does flow.
Right. It would have been a much better, would have been a really good move.
Would have been a good move.
Regrets.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
How many last questions do you have?
Until Lauren cuts me off.
Oh, it's very easy.
Yeah.
That, you know what that is. Gum chewing. I hate, I cannot take it. And I found out it is a disease. And Kelly Ripa, who's now my idol, identified, she can't take it either, and she identified it as a disease. If you look it up, if you look it up, there's societies out there looking to stop gum chewing. And then I found out the reason why I like Walt Disney as a person, but I don't like his parks, is he hates gum chewing. He does not allow it in the parks. He doesn't sell it. So.
There you go. I guess that's where you need to be.
Right.
What is the last book you read?
That's pretty easy. I did actually 2 at the same time. I read Giants by an author whose name I forgot, about Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln, which Carrie recommended me to.
Michael, I'm drawing a blank on his last name.
And then I wrote Booker T. Washington, Up from Slavery.
Nice. Good
So,
choices.
Yeah.
Favorite hobby?
Don't have any hobbies.
Guilty pleasure?
I like to drink. not Sam used
Not
to
Sam
drink,
Houston levels.
but I would have no problem. I would have a real problem if I ever had a problem drinking, because I'd miss it. That probably sounds very unhealthy.
It sounds a little unhealthy.
Yeah.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Nope. There's nothing hidden.
What-
No, I used to be able to flip my eyelids up. They don't really go anymore. I think I grew into them.
I'm relieved to hear that, actually.
same.
I don't want to
Yeah.
see that.
Right.
What color is your toothbrush?
Are we selling books right now? I think we are? Okay, good. My toothbrush has gone purple and white, and with green in the middle and blue on the outside. It's so distinctive because I decided to live with other people, and it turns out they all brush their teeth. And I said, if I don't get a very unique toothbrush, this could get ugly. And we've had this problem in the past. So I fear the day when I look at my toothbrush and I said, "You're worn out, I gotta get a new one," because this is so distinctive, no one even grabs it.
I'm glad to hear you figured that one out. What is your secret snack?
I am pro combo, but I didn't do that. Like, it was a genius idea. Like, you would think a pretzel would be enough, but for somebody to go, I have an idea, just stand back. And they look so uneven, too. It's like, I don't like they're perfect. They were perfect. I would feel like Pringles should not be a snack. You should not be stacking your snacks. You should open up that bag, it should be chaos. And I appreciate the fact that combos don't try to be perfect. And they vary. And they're clearly not good for you.
Clearly.
Yeah.
How do you take your coffee?
1.5 sugars of milk.
What is the last movie you saw in theaters?
It was terrible. Toy Story.
Toy Story,
It was terrible.
the first one?
Yeah, no, it was the last one. It was a mistake.
while ago.
And yeah, And there was no reason for it. I can't even say, well, this little toddler wanted to see it. As an adult, I made that move. And when you walk into a theater or a movie that was just released and you're alone, that should be a clue that it's probably not. Somebody got the word out about it. But I do want to see probably the movie of the year. There's Oscar buzz about it, and that's the Impractical Jokers movie, because it seems genius. And any movie that they can't get into theaters is one that I'm looking at. I would like to see that movie. That is, went back to the earlier question, that is a show that always makes me laugh. Do you watch that?
There you go.
Carrie?
You recommended.
And you have not got through it?
I didn't love it.
Do you like it? Don't you think it's hilarious?
I tried. I didn't think it was that funny.
You don't watch it?
I've seen it.
You don't think?
It's the same joke over and over again.
No, but it's when they do the seminars. You don't think?
Yeah,
that's
no,
funny?
that is funny actually.
Okay, focus group.
What is the last gift you gave?
What is it again? What holiday just passed?
Valentine's Day.
Oh, a stackable ring. Right, the way I describe it sounds great, but I mean,
It's not a snack. It's not a snack,
right.
so you can stack
What
it.
I did is I did a genius thing is that I got a ring that was like 2 rings that were stackable, but I bought them one for Christmas, and I knew I was going back for Valentine's Day, and I go, yeah, I got good news for you. They stack. So, and like
Well
it was appreciated, and it was just I didn't have to worry about Valentine's Day.
Excellent.
When you could tell a woman that these stack, there's something.
work?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Glad to hear it.
It worked for me.
What cause is dear to your heart?
Most military causes, anything involved with kids, and I'm pro pet. So there's no. I'm into a lot of causes.
What is number 1 on your bucket list?
Oh my god. I have no idea.
Well, then I'll just tee up the last one for you here, which is, where do you want to go that you've never been? It's just a variation on the last one.
I want to go to Australia and then go over to New Zealand. Hopefully there's some type of bargain rate, or if I have a coupon, I can just hop over there. Because I'd love to be I don't want to get to Australia, I just want to be in a plane for 24 hours. I think that would be torture. Because I went to Hawaii once in coach, sat next to a guy that was who was in management at Five Guys, and was willing to sample it on a regular basis. So stuck in coach with a guy from Five Guys who took advantage for his product 7 days a week. There wasn't a lot of room for me or the armrest. I didn't even try for the armrest. I still haven't found my seatbelt.